everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to discuss about that new topic, that is instance initializer block. So in the last video we had discussion about the super keyword, and I have explained you about the super keyword and what is the use and what is the advantage of the super keyword and how you can write the program and where you can use the super keyword. So today we are going to discuss about the new topic, that is instance initializer block. Basically that block is used to initialize the instance data member. Suppose you have created one instance variable and you did not initialize that, but you want to initialize in between your program. So for that we use the instance initializer block. So basically it runs each time when object of the class is created. And the main thing, the instance initializer block, you can use the instantiation of that variable can be done directly, but there can be performed extra operation while initializing the instance variable using the instance initializer block. So let's see one example. I will explain you how you can initialize the instance variable first. So you are already know about that what is the instance variable. That topic I have already covered. In this section I'm going to create one class. So here suppose I have created I have created just one class name, that is an initializer block. I have written here main method you want, so you can check the public static void main, then you can click on the finish. Okay, so here whatever the variable if you are going to write here, so that is the instance variable, what we call it instance variable, and you can initialize that instance variable here like this as well. Okay, and also you can do one thing, if you are not try to initialize this variable here, so then you can use the instance initializer block. So I will tell you what is the use of this. Suppose I have created one integer variable that is named by data. So what I'm trying to do is you know the constructor, so I'm using constructor here, and this is the class name. There is no return type for the constructor. I think I have explained in a new video, you can check. So this is the default constructor. So what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to write the one example here, syss system.out.println then data. So it is going to print the data. So you can see I didn't initialize this variable here. So what will be the output? So when you are not initialize any instance variable, by default based on your data type constructor initialize that value, so it should be 0 because data is an integer type. So what I will do, I have created one block here. So this is called the instance initializer block. So data I have initialized here 90 suppose, and semicolon. So what I will do here, I am for your reference, just I am going to write a initializer block. This is initializer block. Okay, so what I will do here, in a public static void main, whenever I'm trying to print this public static void main, so here I'm going to create the object of this class. This is the class obj is equals to new class. So whenever you will be creating the object of the class, by default constructor will call, so it will print what it will print, data. So that what is data, first time it is 0. Okay, so next I'm same wise I'm trying to create object. You can see the difference, I will explain you about that. So what will happen in that case? Okay, so this is the object I have created. So now I'm going to try to run it. What will be the output? You will be see the output will be the 90, but let me explain you how it is working. So I will right click here and run as Java application. Okay, so you can see 90. How it is printing 90? Because first time when you are creating the object of the object of the class, by default it will go here and it will check the data. Data is not having any value here, so it will show 0. Okay, but in initializer block you have created here. So what will happen, before calling the constructor, it will call the initializer block, that is data is equals to 90. So what will happen? So it will initialize that data value is 90, and that's why it is printing the 90. So here the one question can be raised, like what is invoked first, instance initializer block or constructor? So basically you can see basically instance initializer block, in as per your example you can see first instance initializer block is invoked. So you can see the instance initializer block is firstly invoked, but really it in real no, first constructor only invoke, not instance initializer block. But what will happen, I will explain you. Instance initializer block is invoked at the time of object creation. When you will create the object, then instance initializer block will be invoked. The Java compiler copied the instance initializer block in the constructor first. The first statement super that we have already covered.